what the hell? Why is there a cave here with a rock in front of it? That's not fair. Sometimes you really gotta love that past-present feeling that this game sometimes gives you. Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. This is going to be part 21, and also part 21 of the total picture, combined with the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. And that is going to be one giant let's play, if you combine the two games you might say. Last time we actually tried to head towards Dungeon 7, the area southwest of Labrynna, one giant sea area, because we are on the lookout for a fish that apparently has the next essence of time inside of it. Very weird business. But we actually need to go back and forth between present and past in order to actually traverse this area. Let's get started with that. Yeah, the woman was right. In the past, this island is indeed further to the east, and therefore now we can actually cross this area. Howdy, sir. First generation of fishermen, I think. I began my life as a fisherman on this island, but now the island drifts towards the horizon. In my grandson's day, this island will be farther west. Yeah, even this guy already knows. In your grandson's day, this area is going to be intraversable. But now we can. So, let's go further west in the past. No, I already have my Harp of Ages. Well, it does look like this area is also poisoned, even in the past. Still not too sure what that all is, or what it means. All I know is that we actually stumble upon another dead end. And usually whenever that happens, play your Harp of Ages and see if you can actually get further in the other time. That's usually the trick in this area. This island is also drifted, and therefore you can actually get past it here. Let's dive. Oh, but there is a sign here. Zora Village to the west, and to the east, Sea of Storms. Zora Village, that sounds promising. This is the kind of people you would expect to actually live in an area like this. Aha! I can see what we need to do here. Switch hook. There we go. There's gotta be continuation up here. Yeah. A clear dead-end island. Therefore another clear location to play our song again. Change the time yet again. And in the past there's nothing here. But we do get the ability to go west. Let's see how far we can get now. Before we need to change again. Still going. Another island. And yeah, another dead end. There's a lot of poison down there. We're finding more and more the further we get. It is not going to be a good sign. Oh, whoopsie. It looks like the game thinks it's too easy for us. They're starting to make it a little bit more complicated now. It's no longer as easy as just climbing onto an island and playing your song. This time we need to be a little bit more sophisticated, it looks like. If we play it more north, we will actually find out there we can actually get past the poison. And that way make our way towards continuation. Underwater we can actually cross the poison, because there's a switch hook block. That's even able to get us across the poison. Let's see where we end up. We do see some signs of civilization by the looks of it. There's streetlights here. And it looks like we've indeed arrived at the Zora Village. Welcome to the Zora Village. Now, let's go see if these guys actually know more. Welcome, young mermaid. This is Zora Village. And thank you for calling me a mermaid. It actually tells me that my disguise is working. Let's go back to the surface first. There's actually a couple of things we need to explore here. First of all, warp point. Make sure to get this tree on your map. So you can always warp back here. It's quite a hassle to actually get here normally, so... Next up, we want to dive in the secluded little section to get a chest containing a gacha seed. Also something you don't want to skip out on, I think. Right, and that is all when it comes to the surface area. Let's get back down again and talk to more Zoras. I think these guys should know what's going on here. Talking about the giant fish, about some poison, and who knows what else. There's a large library east of King Zora's palace. Yeah, the large library you did see already. From the other side, but still. We need to go east from King Zora's palace to actually get there, it looks like. Let's see if we can find that. King Zora's palace up. And to the left, Jabu Jabu's shrine. Do I want to know? Large fish that is going to have the essence of time. Is it indeed going to be Jabu Jabu? Jabu Jabu resides beyond here. It is said to be quite a maze inside of his belly. Yeah, you just need to play Ocarina of Time, you already know enough. But indeed, Jabu Jabu returns in this game. Once again, the Zoras have a guardian deity, it looks like. And we once again need to enter him. I am definitely not looking forward to that dungeon. But before we can enter him, we first need to do some other business. Obviously, it's not going to be easy. Eyeglass Isle Library to the east. However, we first want to enter this cave over here, because this is King Zora's palace. There's a chest in here, so allow me to loot his palace first. 200 rupees. That is pure bliss. And that is a pure understatement. Not very crowded in here. But there is one person here. This was the palace of our ruler, King Zora. But long ago, the king fell ill. Ever since, we've continued on with no king. That which the king looked after. The key to the Eyeglass Isle Library, it's been lost. Oh. Interesting, we're still a palace, but no longer a king. The king became sick and has died, ending his lineage. So the Zoras no longer have a king. And that is bad news for us, because we actually need the king in order to get to the library. And needing to get to the library is also going to be required. I think you can guess what needs to happen. The king fell ill in the past. And therefore, in the past, he is still going to be there. Let's warp back to the past. Very predictable, right? Let's go check out the Zora Village 400 years ago. There's also a warp tree in this timeline, so make sure to get it. And actually use this warping mechanic to get yourself a magic potion if you don't have one already. I luckily do, because I actually met Maple enough times, and usually she does actually tend to drop a magic potion at some point. Otherwise you need to buy one at Syrup's shop in the graveyard. You can actually buy them there for 100 rupees. But luckily I already have one. That is going to be required to actually save the king. Okay. And that explanation out of the way, it's time for us to actually go down again and check out the village in the past. Plenty of poison here still. No, wait, I think I want to check this out. This is actually funny to look at. Jabu Jabu is actually also here already in the past. However, he's only still a cute little guppy. Not something we can enter. He's a bit too small. Do really like this touch. Let's go talk to you quickly. The seas are filthy. Cough, cough. I can't swim in peace. Yeah, we've already noticed that. It might also actually be related to the king falling ill of this poison. Also still need to find out what's going on when it comes to that. But anyway, let's go enter the palace and see if we can do anything about the king being ill. That stairway leads to the throne room. The king is ill. If you must see him, make it brief. No, I intend to make it long. King Zora has no successor. If his illness continues and he passes on, we Zoras will lose our last king. Don't worry, I'll make sure that does not happen. Well, unlike in the present, this time around there is some people here. We believe we need a special medicine called a magic potion to cure King Zora's illness. Where can we find a magician to create such a potion? Well, at Yol Graveyard, but I actually don't need to go there because I already have one. And in case you don't, that is indeed where you need to find one. Now, let's go talk to the king. He does look a bit green. He's therefore clearly ill. The pain. This is the end for me. To think the prosperous royal family could fade in one generation. The pain. Give him the magic potion. Yeah, we sure will give it to him. Is this magic potion? It looks very suspect. But if I am to die, it can't hurt to drink it. Gluck, gluck. Ugh, it's awful. But it flows through me. The royal line is saved. Who are you? Well, thank you, Treecks. The filthy water that flowed in from the east lately must have made me ill. I will never forget you. What do you wish for, Treecks? Huh? A big fish? Do you mean Jabu Jabu? But Jabu Jabu is the guardian of Azoras. Calling him a fish is an insult. What's your language? Oh, that's apparently the end of the dialogue. Yeah, he's not going to say anything else. Well, he is grateful for us saving him, but it looks like if we need to actually interact with him further, that is not possible. But he does mention he's never going to forget our deeds. Similar to what the Maku tree said a while back. And that is our cue to actually return to him in the present. Now that we have saved him, he's going to be there. And therefore, we can actually talk to him in the present. Sounds like a good idea. Perhaps after 400 years he's a bit more forgiving for us calling his guardian a fish. You're probably going to have some new dialogue now. The stairway leads to the throne room. Watch your manners while before the king. Yeah, indeed, the king is still here. That's some confirmation at least. 400 years later, and the guy is still here. Now, we actually need to talk to him, and not in the past. And that way we will be able to continue our adventure here in the underwater world. Great healer! What do you ask? You wish to enter Jabu Jabu? My permission is needed to enter Jabu Jabu. But I cannot permit just anyone to see our guardian. Anyhow, the filthy seawater has left Jabu Jabu near death. If you say you must, then find a way to get rid of this filthy seawater and save Jabu Jabu. Will you accept this quest? Yeah, sounds interesting enough, so might as well do it. Very well, then take this. We get the library key. This is the key to the Eyeglass Isle library east of here. It is an ancient library, so I do not know if this key still works. But perhaps you can research why the seawater is actually so filthy. I trust you to save Jabu Jabu. In order to find out how we need to save him, we need to go to the library, because we first need to find out what this seawater is actually doing. Why is it so filthy? Where is this poison coming from? That is the first mystery we need to take care of. Let's head to the east and find this mysterious library. Well, underwater we walk into a dead end. Or we swim into a dead end, I must say. Not really walking underwater. Here is the Eyeglass Isle library. However, the door is closed. Like the king already suspected, the key no longer works in the present. The building is then simply too ancient. Simple solution, go back to the past and try again. Here, the keyhole is still here. Now we can enter it. But before we do, it's time for us to actually gather some more context. If we go to the west, we can actually find out there's another island here. It is not present in the present. Not present in the present. Love that sentence. And here we find the fairy fountain. However, not with a fairy, but an Octorok. But this is an Octorok we cannot defeat. Please listen, young one. You may not believe this, but I am the Queen Fairy, guardian of this sea. The curse of an evil one named Viren has made me appear so. The magic of fairy powder can turn me back to normal. Viren has poisoned the sea. Soon all living things in it will perish. Please go find some fairy powder. I don't trust you. No, indeed, this is indeed a fairy, so don't worry, this is not a hoax or anything. And that's apparently what happened here. Viren has poisoned the sea, and the fairy queen, who's able to stop it because of her being the guardian of the sea, has been turned into a monster, so she cannot actually undo the curse. So, our only option is to undo the curse on her. To find fairy powder. And that we can do inside of the library. Let's first talk to the librarian. Welcome! This is the Eyeglass Isle library. Long ago, fairy powder was kept in this very library. However, at some point in the past, someone took it away. And now, none remains. I have a hunch that someone was actually us. But we can at least try to see if we can find anything else in here. Oh, there's an old man here. Perhaps you can be of interest. Let's talk to you. This is the Book of Seals. It was once part of a set, but now only this one remains. How they were used is an eternal puzzle. You say that you can solve the riddle of this book? Ho ho ho! This should be interesting. I give to you the Book of the Seals. We get the Book of the Seals. The Book of the Seals. Somehow I always like it to actually make up new words and sentences. Hehe, I can already read. The fairy queen who keeps the sea clean. Now that is my favorite story. Yeah, that's indeed more confirmation that we actually need the fairy queen. However, like mentioned, we actually need to get to the past, because the fairy powder is going to be in the library, but we need to bring it from the past and not the present. We do need to bring along the Book of Seals, or the Book of the Seals. And then we can actually try to find fairy powder in the past. I wanted to say present. Corrected myself just in time. Let's talk to more people. This is the Eyeglass Isle library. Fairy powder is said to be stored in the back, but I've yet to see it. Oh, great. And I was worried this was going to be easy. Fairy powder is locked away in the back, but without another Book of Seals, no one can reach the powder. By the way, what is fairy powder? Oh, you guys are all so ignorant. Okay, it looks like there we have fairy powder. But we need to place the Book of Seals on this little pedestal over here, before we can get to it. And it will actually say, right 4, up to, right 2. I think you can guess what that means. Up to, right 2. Indeed, invisible floor. And that is the puzzle we need to solve. That will actually lead us to the next book. Up to, left 1, up to, right 1, up 1. Yeah, I think I've got it. Up to, left, up, right, up. Yeah. Okay, this one is easy. 2 to the left, 1 up, 3 to the left. Like this. 1 down, 3 left, 1 up, 3 left again. Also easy. Down, left, up, left. 1 down, 1 right, 2 down, 2 left, 3 down. This one is complicated. Down, right, down, left, down. Okay. 1 and 2. 3. Oh, wow! Left, down. Up, right, up, right. Okay, I only need to remember that third one. That one is 2, the rest is 1. Up. And then to the right to finish it off. Okay. You have done well to make it so far. I acknowledge your courage and offer you this. We get fairy powder. Awesome. It removes curses. Continue on without fear. Do not forget your courage. And we warp back to the beginning. Thank you, so we don't have to walk the stupid invisible pathway again. But at least we have fairy powder. And therefore the ability to remove the curse from the Great Fairy, or the Fairy Queen. It's officially called Fairy Queen, I know. But anyway, because of that, we should be able to remove the poison from the seas as well. And therefore get permission from the Zora King to enter Jabu Jabu. And that is something we'll hopefully be doing next time. Dungeon time it is, in the next episode. See you folks next time. Treecks out!